What's up, my homies? Welcome to the XO1 workshop. Okay, let's see what we got here today. Let's go with this. So, the new Audi that I got came with this body, and for some reason I thought it was better. I thought, it looks like hell, but in fact, it looks horrid. But I figured it was in better condition than the one that crashed, and I was able to kind of get this one together. The wing in the back was bent up, so I was able to bend that back. And I said, you know what? Let me just use this one. It looks better. That thing is horrible. So since my last video that I put out, God knows how many hours I've been at it. I finally got something going. So let me go over it real quick. I was able to do the drilling and moving things around that I needed to. Made myself another spot for the ESC. I had the old motor mount right here, and I had the ESC mounted in this section right here. So I was able to move that out. I can have more room for something else. Got that mounted up here. I got the gyro right there. Everything is hooked up, and this time I decided to try. I had a couple of these laying around from the two extra ones that I had. The Castle Creation BEC Pro. Had that laying around in a box, so I decided to use that because this steering servo is, I think, 7 volts, and I'll be able to put that out with this instead of, matter of fact, the steering servo is 7 volts, and I looked at the package that the gyro came in. The gyro can take up to 8.4 volts, so I figured that would be a good thing to put this in the works, because I don't really think I had enough voltage going to this servo to begin with. I remember having, I think I had like 5.5 or 6 or something like that, but nevertheless, I got 7 now. It turns pretty fast, strong, so there's really not much I can say that's needed as far as voltage is concerned. Yeah, so I got this hooked up here, and took the battery. I got it velcroed in the back. I'll leave that back there so I can just see if I can one-hand this. If I can one-hand it. This is when you're thankful that you got 2 hands instead of 1, because this is what you'll be going through. You know, hold on. There you go. Okay, so you can hear the fan is very, very strong. And I got this back in. Let's see, what do we need? LiPo. Here we got 1 hand again. Put a LiPo on there. See what that does. Come on, come on, come on. Look at that. Alright. Alright. So for some reason that's not working. I don't know why. Let's do this. Let's unplug it. And then we'll plug it back up and see what happens. Okay. Here we go. So, I got this first screw. This is the one I like to take the sensitivity out of the steering. So if I turn it clockwise, you get the full range right here. And I got a little mark right there that I made with marker. Let me see if I can, my little dot will go, you know, when I'm out in the field, I can just easily just turn it right to where that mark is, and that's usually my spot that I need, per se. And that's the range of motion that I like to use before I get into the speed run. So I got that. This one right here, it's not like this move. It's real cut to the chase. You know, it's not a screen on there. I'm just not good with that techie screen, going through different little options and stuff like that. That's not really my thing. And I can't stand reading manuals. I hate it. So this is the steering right and left right here. Like I said, everything is real easy and on the fly. I love that about this remote control. And let me turn this on and show you. So since I started using a Futaba receiver, my speed runs have been crap. I don't think I've reached, I definitely never hit 140. I think the fastest I've ever done with that Futaba was at the airport with the Limitless, and I think that was like 138, and then never seen that again. So all the cars from that point on out that I used the Futaba with, the speeds were just so, they were in the gutter, man. Nothing impressive. That's why no videos have been put up. I mean, it's just horrible. So I decided to go back because I know that the gear ratios that I'm using, I know what type of speeds that I should be getting with them, and I'm getting nowhere near that. So the only thing that I can think about is that Futaba remote must not be set up right, and I know it's some type of error on my part. Nevertheless, I have to trace back the chocolate to where it started, and that's with the Traxxas receiver. So I went back here. So I'm actually post those videos when I go upstairs. So the two speed runs that I did at 120 miles an hour, they were the Limitless did 122 and the Slash 4x4 did 122. And the gear ratio that I have on there, I said that I would leave those on because I knew I didn't have the phone to go with it. For some reason, I just didn't bring it. So if you go into, let's look at this right quick. Go into the garage. Get that. Get this focused in a little bit. Go into the garage. All right. We will go over here. And we will go into throttle. Right there. Okay. Where it says throttle, remember the last one was 122. Hold on. 122 miles an hour, and this throttle was set at 100%. But I know that it goes to 120%. So from that, I know I didn't get the full pull of my accelerator. So I got to go back out there and do it again. Mark those speeds, mark those gear ratios down so I can start getting back to where I belong. And hopefully I can blast past that 147 that I did and be up where everybody else is. That's basically it. I was going to cut these trays out to use the, let's turn this off right quick. Things now. I was going to cut the trays out. Wait a minute. Okay. To put in the 6-cell Hershey blocks that I got. But I said, you know what? I was going to run those in, I think it would be parallel. Because I'm not using that 12S ESC anymore, so I was going to use them in parallel to see what I get. I mean, I still can do it, but for now, I'm going to leave them the way that they are because these babies fit in there pretty good. And I'm going to run 8S and see what we get. And once I max things out, then I'll probably try to parallel. I'll probably stuff them in there just to see what they do, because I like the configuration of this tray, that, you know, how it holds it real good, so I don't want to lose that. So you know, if the 6-cell parallel does some decent speeds, then I guess I can probably cut it out, but I want to find out what it does first before I do that. I got the same motor put in there. I keep forgetting what this thing is. It's a 5860 CM motor. definitely don't know what the windings are. I know it was the KV is 1150 was the KV on this. So I mean, if you go on a chart and bring up the 5860 TP power motor, and you scroll across and you'll see the KVs at 1150, you'll know pretty much what winding that is to be able to find that out. Yeah, so hopefully this one works out better than the other one. Like I said, I had a huge steering problem with it. The thing was wiggly, it was just all over the place. One more thing that I didn't do is so I filled the shocks up so the bottom out point won't allow the bottom of the car to touch the ground. So all I did was from the old one that's in that box right there, if you can see, that's my new park box right there. Let me zoom that in. I just swapped the shocks out, and that way that was less work that I had to do. So I put those on there, but I did not tighten down the grub screws to pull it down to the ground. I mean, the car is heavy as hell anyway, so I don't see it flipping up in the air. I don't see any reason why I would need to tighten it down. And I want to take it out, get a run in and see how it handles. Hopefully it's not wiggling all over the road. And if that be the case, if it's not broken, you don't need to fix it. So we'll leave it like that and try to get some good speeds in. Hopefully this weekend we'll have some better weather. We're going to try to go out to the airport, see if we can get some runs on that. It's very wide. Don't have to worry about crashing into any curbs or anything. We got grass on the side, so everything should be cool at its worst. And that'll be that. So basically, yeah, that's it. Foam wheels came out great. They look great. I'll bring the old rubber ones, because sometimes on that airport they got some type of coating that they sprayed on that. I seen the one that Joe Strickland was at. They found an airport somewhere, and that asphalt looked nice. You know what I mean? Like this stuff that we got has got some type of black coating sprayed over top of the asphalt, so foam doesn't really grip on it at all unless we put some type of that, I don't even know what the tire dressing or something in there, which we'll probably have to soak these tires and get them ready for that. But if all fails, I'll pop these on here and heat them up a little bit and see if they grip a little bit better than the foams, as a last resort to try to get the top speed out of this car before we close it up. So that's the plan. I'm just finding out these tires are directional. I didn't even know that. I hope that's not the reason why I was wiggling all over the place. That's crazy. I never knew. Can you guys see that there's an arrow on there? I never paid attention to that. Wow. I'm sure that couldn't have been correct. I'm sure I just had them on there. You know, I do stuff like that sometimes. Nevertheless, yeah, the car is good. The body, I pretty much got it back together. There was a headlight that was broken on it. I soldered that back. So we'll have that back on there. And she seems like she's pretty ready to go, man. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully this weekend I can get something good for you and get it posted and give you guys something to watch. All right? Peace out.